A couple of weeks back, in true pirate style, I claimed myself a new vessel, my forever boat. She's got the layout and style I've always wanted, and it'll be a lot easier to handle as a solo boater. This past week I've steered her through 48 locks, some I battled alone, others with me trusty crew of family and mates lending a hand. We cruised long and hard each day, but at last I got both boats together. The fleet is united, and now it's time to make this fine new boat truly mine. Good morning. As you can see, I've got both boats now together. Grumpy's just taking the Rum Wench gently from behind. But this now gives me the chance to get everything off the Rum Wench on board old Grumpy here. As I said before, I am not sure I'm going to be keeping that name. The first thing we need to do is get a massive paint job done. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get that done professionally or have a bash at it myself. It depends how soon I can get the Rum Wench sold. I have had a lot of inquiries about the Rum Wench, about when I'm going to be putting her up for sale. But the thing is, I can't do anything like that until I've got all my crap off her. For those that don't know, when I bought the Rum Wench, she was called Heather. You know, she wasn't a pirate vessel at all. I've made her into a pirate vessel, and I'm sure in no time I'll be able to make this one a pirate vessel too. The first big job has been getting everything off this boat that I don't need, because it had loads of stuff that's really handy for somebody that's never been on a boat before. But because I've already been living on a boat for 14 years, then, you know, I've already got lots of the stuff. However, Roger had some wonderful stuff. I've kept all his cutlery, most of his plates. You know, he had better plates and stuff than me, his pans, all that stuff, I've kept them. And I'm going to leave mine on the Rum Wench for whoever. But I'm not going to leave any personal stuff, just some things, you know, a couple of bits of cutlery so that whoever moves aboard can, you know, get a chippy tea and they'll be fine. But this boat doesn't have gas, so I've got a massive big space down here, this locker. So I've been taking loads of stuff out of there so I can put bits of my crap in there. But I would take you inside now, but it's in such a mess, to be honest, I feel quite embarrassed. But the cruise here was absolutely wonderful, because I had friends. I had my friends Deb and Alan help. I had my mum and Gabs. Everyone was helping. So we really cruised here quite quickly. Both me and Nick, both single-handers, got here really quick, which was wonderful. And the scenery is just absolutely stunning. You know, we saw a turtle as well, a terrapin on a log. And I thought it was fake at first until its head started moving. And each night we obviously socialised as well. So we went to the pub one night. And then we also went to Alan and Deb's house another night, and they had this alpine, like, log cabin thing with the fire in, and we ordered a takeaway, had a few drinks. So it's been wonderful, but I'm here now and ready to get properly stuck in. Good morning. I spent the remainder of yesterday and all day today moving loads of stuff aboard Grumpy, and I'm just in an absolute bomb site, to be honest. And I've realised as well that there's a lot more storage on the Rum Wench than there is on Grumpy. Wow. But I'm hoping to rectify that in the future. I'm going to get quite a few things done. I'm hoping to get some cupboards made above the bed. I want all my steps to be storage steps, and maybe have some wardrobes made. Loads to do. I'm absolutely knackered. I'm going to make myself a coffee now, and then I'm going to try and tackle something that's really important, and I'll show you that in just a moment. So as you can see at the moment, I am in an absolute mess, but I have started moving things aboard and trying to make it a bit homely. And I hate being in a mess. But eventually I'll get there. It's always hard moving aboard, isn't it? But the thing I want to show you is quite dangerous, so I need to get that fixed as soon as I can. I'll show you. Now, I discovered this when I was checking my oil and water each day. Right. It's all... It's these boards. They're very, very springy and not safe. So I'll just show them you. Look at this. They are just like that. Absolutely knackered. And obviously you're standing on there all the time. This is the main entrance, the rear entrance at the moment. So, and I've had my mum and dad helping out, I've had my mate Nick on board, and we're all walking along this. So I need to get those replaced. So I'm going to measure up now and go to a local wood yard, is that what you call them? Builder's merchant. And hopefully they can cut them to size, and then I can put on some really good boards. I'm going to go for, I think it's called buffalo board. So yeah, so I'm going to get that done now. After this brew, I've got to drink my brew first. You always got to drink a brew, haven't you? Cheers. So let's get that done now, and then I'll feel much safer when people are coming in my rear entrance. As I was heading back to the boat, I saw Steve with his instrument out. He offered me a quick go and I couldn't resist getting my hands on it. Permission to come on board, me hearty. Right.
So you can either play it on a cushion or on your knee.
I'll punk it on me. Oh, hello,
you to get on there. Like, oh, there's a knee.
Oh, it's heavy, isn't it? What scale is it?
B Celtic minor.
She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes.
I thought it was like a fountain, was it?
So this beautiful boat here belongs to Steve and Roni. So I'm going to have a little chat with them now to see what it's all about, how long they've been on the water, and if they're enjoying themselves.
We got our first boat in about 2001, 2002. This is our fourth boat. We always end up back on the canals. Yeah. Our youngest son was born on the boat. We're quite lucky now, though, aren't we? Because we can move around and work while we travel, which is nice.
So I work as a coach and psychologist. So I do a lot of neurodiversity coaching, wellbeing coaching. So I just use Zoom.
And I'm a mental health nurse, and I'll just pick up shifts on the bank.
And what do you love the best about boat life?
Meeting people. We've chatted more to people in the 2 months we've been back on the boat than we did in 5 years in Inverness.
Yeah, because you moved from Inverness, sold your house and bought your dream boat.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm doing at the moment. Mine will be my dream boat once I've done it up.
You just have to enjoy the journey.
Yes, enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough chit chat. I've got to go back and get me head down a dirty hole because I'm in the middle at the moment of sorting my engine boards out. Oh, thanks very much, guys. And thanks for the music. Loved it. Now I'm hoping that I've measured this right because they cut it there for me, which is fantastic. And this is a really strong board, this. I do have to paint the edges because it's been cut. The edges are exposed, so I will paint the edges. But for now, I'm just going to see if I measured right. So it's really strong, this board. I've seen it on loads of boats. And it's waterproof on the top, but obviously the sides, because they've been cut, I do need to put some paint on them, like I said before. This board here is going to be a little bit different because there's two little inserts that I need to cut out on it. But I've got a multi-tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mate Nick to come round, because I've never used the multi-tool before and I need to be supervised with sharp objects. But we can cut them two dinks out and then all will be good. And hopefully this may quieten down the engine noise on this boat, but I'm not sure. I really have to insulate the underneath. We'll see. But yeah, at least now when we get these down, I feel a lot safer because they're so strong. Strongest you can get, I think. Yeah, don't quote me on that though. So my mum and dad got me this as a present because I got the new boat, and I've always liked power tools and I've never really owned any apart from a little saw my dad gave me ages ago. And it's nice having a bit of, and it works. But I've got no idea of all these little bits here, which bit is the cutting tool. But hopefully when Nikki gets here in a minute, she'll be able to tell me. Oh, sounds a bit rude. Here she is. Do you know anything about power tools?
No, not that I'm confessing to.
Don't be rude.
We'll get it done between us. Better upside down.
That looks like something.
They've got a list of all the different tools somewhere. Why not? Oh. Thanks.
Sander.
I think that's like an angle grinder. That's got teeth like a saw.
It's not very sharp.
No. Put the battery in. Put it on. Tell me when your finger's fallen off.
I don't think we can be trusted with this.
No, we need a man.
We need a man. We need someone that knows what they're doing. It might be my dad. We've just watched a little bit of YouTube and now we think we're experts. So we're going to practice on this knackered piece of wood before we go on the good stuff. Oh, it's easy. Easy. We know what we're doing. So I'm going to put this down. And will I get the other piece and make a template, or should we just measure it?
No, we'll get a template and a pen or pencil.
Like a little L shape. It's easy. Woohoo! Might have to do a bit of painting, I think. Not very straight, but let's see if it fits. Woo!
Is it a high five?
Perfect! Woohoo! Yeah! Woohoo!
Not bad for two
power.
21-year-olds.
Yeah, look at that, it's brilliant. So I'm just going to now get the boards off and seal all round, and then, but that is proper strong. Yeah, I need to do something with that, don't I? But anyway, I've got 2 coats on this now, and the thing is, you don't want it to be too thick and you don't want the boards to be too tight together, because on my boat here, which I'll show you now, there's like a little ridge which is like the support bars for the boards, and they're also drain holes. So when it rains really heavy, the rain falls between the boards and goes down these little channels and then goes out of the boat and hopefully not onto the engine. But you can have a little bit of water in there, that's fine. But hopefully once these are painted, once it's dry, these will fit nice with enough bit of a gap so that the rain can drain, and also I can get them up again, because I need to get them up to check the oil and water and stuff like that. So it's been a very busy morning here on HMS Grumpy. I've got Ricky the electrician here putting some solar panels on my roof. They're nice big uns and they're 25% efficiency, so I'm going to get a lot more power from the sun. So that'll be good and hopefully solve a lot of the power issues on this boat. And also here, just chugging along, is the fuel boat. So this will be really good for me because I haven't filled Grumpy up with fuel since I've had her. And the Rum Wench only had a small diesel tank because she was very efficient, only being a 2-cylinder engine. She hardly used any fuel. But with this boat having diesel heating, instead of a pop pop, it's got a brrr. So I think it uses a bit more fuel. So we'll see how much it's going to take to fill it. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. It only took about 50 litres. But obviously when I've got the diesel heating going in the future, when all that's working and I'm cruising long days, then I will use quite a bit of diesel. But yeah, everything about this boat is just making me fall in love with it more and more each day. How you getting on, Ricky?
Good.
Each one of these panels is 430 watts, so I'll have 860 watts by the end of today, hopefully. So now Ricky's fitted the solar panels, we need to put all the cabling down to the batteries. So it's a really good boat, this, because it's so easy to access all your wires, you know. Always bear that in mind when you're buying a boat, that it's easy to, if you in the future you want to add something to it, you can do it. And these panels, they're just a couple of screws, they fold down, and you've got access then to all your wiring, which is just brilliant, both sides. So Ricky the electrician has just left and I've now got 860 watts of solar on my roof. But he's not finished yet. He's going to be coming back over the next 2 or 3 days because there's quite a lot of upgrades that I want doing for the electrical system on this boat. And that's because I live aboard all the time and I work from the boat. So I need it all sort of singing and dancing. Plus we haven't managed to get the bow thruster to work yet. But some of it's just because the boat has been sort of stood for a few months and this, that and the other. Some of the terminals are a little bit corroded and I think there might be a fuse gone somewhere, but Rick is going through everything to make sure it's all going to be perfect for me. So that's going to take a few days, but we'll get there, won't we? Now, look at this, what little Bonny's wearing. This was sent to me by Guy and Carolyn from Canada. And she's just so cute. But I've also got a few more gifts that people have sent. So I'm just going to show you them now. And then we'll pour ourselves a little bit of a rum. Guy and Carolyn also got me a few other things. Some Canadian stickers here and a little pin badge. How cute's that? Any other Canadians on here? Let me know. But they've got a little picture as well. Look. Aren't they bloody beautiful? Bless them. So if you see them, those of you in Canada, give them a big awar from me. Also, they sent me this wonderful t-shirt. Look at that. How cool is that? That is just perfect. I can't wait to wear that. That is just amazing. How thoughtful, eh? And I've got some other gifts as well. So I got, wait there, I'll show you this one. This is from Sharon Chamberlain. And I just think it's absolutely stunning. She's painted this. It's the Rum Wench, obviously. So that, will it go there? Let's have a look. I don't know, I'm going to move everything round. When you get in a boat and that, you need to move everything round. But that is going to go there. This is hand painted. I just think that is just stunning. Wow. Oh God, it's a bit. And if I didn't want it to go there, another gift that I've been given is from Debbie and Martin, and it's a toolbox, and it is fantastic. I've got no idea what any of them do apart from the hammer and the Phillips screwdriver, but they're giving me a toolbox. I just think, oh, because I'm going to have loads of little things that we're going to be doing on this boat, and I just feel so overwhelmed. So thanks, Debbie and Martin. Also, another beautiful gift is there's a woman called Lisa, and she does what's called micro crochet. So she uses tiny needles and she makes things for dolls' houses mostly. So she does like all the little cushions and bedspreads for the little beds and the throws for the sofas in dolls' houses. But she also makes other things as well. And she's micro crocheted these tiny little skull earrings. So I just think they're amazing. The detail that goes into them is just wonderful. Yeah, she's very, very talented. I'll put a little Facebook page on there, but wow. And also, I feel awful, I've got these. These are fantastic. Again, by a viewer, and they've made me these, and I've lost the letter that came with them, so I'm so sorry. If you send me a message, let me know, because I'll mention you again in the future. But I've got these, and they're just fantastic. I need to find somewhere to put these. But how amazing. It's because things get sent to different friends, and then when they come up, they bring them with them, and then I'm moving from the two boats. But I can't find the note for these, but thank you so, so much. And finally, this, which we're going to have a little bit of a drink of now. It's called Bonny Rum. It's from Alex. And, well, if you don't know, Bonny was a very famous female pirate, and my little dog Bonny, because she was a rescue, I named her after the famous pirate Bonny. I'm getting dripped on it. It's raining outside. I get dripped on. I need to shut me flaps. Yeah, and Bonny is spelt with a Y. B-O-N-N-Y, the same as my little Bonny. So we're going to have a bit of that now and say cheers. Ooh, but we're cracking on, aren't we? I've only had the boat not even long, and already work is progressing. And as I am moving on board, I've got the nipple glasses already here. Woo! So let's try one of these, a little Bonny. Whilst I am pouring this as well, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything that you do. Oh, so it's just been absolutely hectic these last few weeks, and for a few weeks to come yet, because I'm currently now living out of boxes in the bedroom. I've got them all stacked against the door. I've got them all down the side of it all. They're all underneath. I don't know where anything is, but that's what happens when you move aboard. And it's going to be hectic for a while yet, because we've got Ricky still working on the electrics for the next few days. I need to find some storage solutions. I need to get the Rum Wench blacked. I'm ringing around everywhere trying to make that happen. And I think I may have a solution. So that'll be good, because I want it all blacked and all nice for whoever buys it next. Anyway, cheers. Just wet the lips. Woohoo! Look at that. Little tin of rum. Oh, that's very nice. Very smooth. Oh, it has got a little bit of a kick. That is really nice. It's like a spiced rum. Yeah, so cheers everyone. Oh, so anyway, I'm going to leave the video here. If you have enjoyed it, please do give me a big thumbs up. It really helps. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Absolutely free to do. And before I go, just a huge thank you to my lovely, very patient and loyal, gorgeous patrons. That's it everyone. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.